today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve problems using hands-on equations. So first off, blue pawns equal x, but white pawns equals negative x. So if this is 2, this is negative 2. But if this is negative 3, then this is positive 3. So this is not negative, it's just the opposite of whatever this one is. Then the red cubes. These red cubes are constants and they're always positive. So whatever the number is here is what it is. So like positive 3. The green cubes though are also constants, but these are always negative. So whatever number is on the green cube is what it is. So like here, it would be negative 8. This is our scale that we'll be using. Our scale always has to be balanced. Right in the middle of the scale is like our equal sign. So to keep the scale balanced, we can only use legal moves so that one side is not unbalanced. Our first problem is going to be x plus 10 equals 3x plus 2. So as you can see, we have our first problem set up. X, the blue pawn, plus 10, the red cube, equals the middle of the scale, 3x, 3 blue pawns, plus 2, the red cube. So first, we're going to use a legal move, and one of our legal moves is adding the same thing to each side. So we're going to add a white pawn to each side, so we can get rid of both of these pairs of 0. And the pairs of 0 we don't need on the scale because they equal 0, so it's not changing what it actually is worth. So next what we're going to do is we're going to add negative 2, a green cube, to each side. So that would get rid of this and turn this into positive 8. So now we're left with 8 equals positive 2, meaning x equals 4. The problem is negative 10 plus x equals negative 3x plus 2. Okay, so now our problem is set up. We have negative 10, a green cube, x, a blue pawn, and the 3 of the opposite of x, these 3 white pawns. We also have our 2, which is the red cube. So first what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this blue pawn by using one of our legal moves. And that legal move we're going to use is we're going to add the same thing to both sides. Now we're going to use our second legal move to get rid of this pair of 0, because having a pair of 0 doesn't really change the outcome. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a green 2 to both sides to get rid of this red 2 over here. And now we have negative 12 equals the opposite of x 4 times, which would mean that the opposite of x would equal negative 3, meaning x equals positive 3. Our third and final problem is 5 plus x plus negative 3x equals 3x plus negative 2x plus negative 1. Now our problem is set up. 5, the red cube, plus x, a blue pawn, plus the opposite of 3x, the 3 white pawns, equals the center of the scale, 3x, the 3 blue pawns, plus the opposite of 2x, the 2 white pawns, plus negative 1, the green cube. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the legal move of taking away pairs of 0. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take away this pair of 0. Then we can take away this pair of 0 and also this pair of 0. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the same thing to both sides. So we're going to add a white pawn to both sides so we can get rid of this pair of 0. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a green 5 to both sides so that we can get rid of this. Then we're left with the opposite of 3x equals negative 6, which means that the opposite of x would equal negative 2, meaning x equals a positive 2. Thank you for watching my video of teaching you problems with hands-on equations.